What's good? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there, man? It's Marquis, aka Severe, aka Severely Yours, man. Back with another hip hop review, man. What's good out there? It's a beautiful summer. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, man. Staying cool, man. What's good, man? Y'all see the title, man? Yo, listen, man. I don't know, man. This album is one of my favorites. I play it every year, probably twice a year. I'm always bumping it, man. It's like it's probably like. Let me just ask you. Let me ask y'all this: is this a classic album? Do you guys know about this album? Is this a classic album? This is the THHC podcast, episode 206. We're gonna be talking about Poison Clan and dissecting their debut album, Two Low Life Mothers. Two Low Life Mothers, aka the Baby Two Live Crew. So basically, Two Live Crew, Luther Campbell, Luke, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Luke, I don't know if he discovered these guys or at least he signed them or had them under the label. But this project is fire, man. I always enjoyed this project. And we're going to dissect it like we usually do, man, song by song. Let me know, man, what y'all think about it. Is it a classic album? I think it's a great, great project. And, just let me know. Let me know what you think, man. Listen, it might be, matter of fact, let's just get into it, man. Let's just dissect it, man. We got time for this, man. We got time for this, you know what I'm saying? We're going to Miami, Boston to Miami, man. We're going to go check it out. Go check out the sun, if it ain't sunny enough. We're going to go check out the real sun in Miami, man. Check out all the ladies down there in the bikinis, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, y'all know about Two Live Crew. If you know the reputation of Two Live Crew, shout out to Uncle Luke for fighting in court for hip-hop. Y'all know, if y'all don't know about Luther Campbell fighting in court for hip-hop and getting, basically, because Ice Cube and NWA, they were the reason the parental stickers got on albums, but Luke kind of fought in court to have freedom of speech in hip hop. So shout out to Uncle Luke, man. So let's dissect the Baby Two Live Crew, right? They wasn't really known for that, man. I know that they got that underneath it, but I don't remember, like, it's funny because I'm reviewing the album. I'm like, I don't remember them being called the Baby Two Live Crew, but whatever, man. Like, I don't know, man. But we're gonna throw off some shots for this album because the album's, listen, put the kids to bed. This album's very disrespectful, very derogatory. It's so left field, man. But it's, it has the sticker for a reason, man. Like, I'm just gotta say, man. So Poison Clan, Two Low Life Mothers. This came out in 1990. Like, some places saying January 1st, came out in 1990. Some people are saying in September. Some people are saying in, like, I don't know, April, May, or so. I don't know, man. Like, so I'm just gonna say it came out in 2009. 1990. It came out in 19. I won't say in 2009. It came out in 1990, man. We're going back in the crates, man. It came out in 1990, and this is what you think about the album. I've already got this. Listen, you see me dissecting the album, I really love it and enjoy it. So, like I said, this is their debut album. This was fully produced by Mr. Mix. Now, Mr. Mix is from Two Live Crew, if you don't know. Shout out to Mr. Mix. He didn't miss on this production, man. Maybe one track I kind of was like, but that was like a Miami type of record. So I let that slide, because, they from Miami. Had to do that. They had to do the bass booty shaking type club music. So they did have one record on here that I was like, we'll get to it, But all right, number one is Low Life Mother. Low Life Mother. You know what I'm saying? First, I just want to say these brothers could rap. They could rap. Straight up. They could rap. Because, like, when you thought of Two Live Crew, you just thought of, like, nasty lyrics, women, shaking their rumps, rump shaker, shaking their rump, just like nasty music, just disgusting, nasty, I got your lady here, lady this, lady that, really disrespectful. Two Live Crew. If you're a fan of Two Live Crew, but great guys. It wasn't like, they probably didn't do everything they said. It was music, but like coming from Two Live Crew and then Two Live Crew putting this group out, you thought it was going to be similar music. You thought it was like, oh no, this is going to be two younger guys doing the same stuff, or just a break off of the group doing the same music. No. These guys can rap. So if you're into hip hop, you're into rap, you're into lyrics, you're into flow, check them out. Check them out, man. And they consisted of JT Money and was it Debonair? It's JT Money and Debonair. So they were the main rappers. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Low Life Mother. So record intros each rapper as they speak their names for clarity. So like in this song, you kind of like back in the days, they still, you didn't know who was who. Even though they didn't sound alike, you didn't know who was who when you listened to a new album. So, or a new record. So a lot of artists said their names in the raps. Like, I'm JT Money, I'm Debonair. Like, so you kind of got used to their voice and said, oh, so the next song, they don't have to repeat it. Or the next, 10 songs, they don't have to repeat themselves. So you go, oh, that one's JT, or that one's, Debonair. And you kind of knew which one you like better, like, oh, like I relate to that MC, that rapper better, But both of these guys, great chemistry, and they could rap, man. So that's all I want to say. So y'all won't think, oh no, I'm not listening to this. This is another Two Live Crew album. Yes, the producer mixed everything from Two Live Crew and produced and mixed and mastered and stuff. He did a stellar job, great job, Mr. Mix. And but yeah, this was a great album, great records. They made great records. So number one again, Low Life Mother. This song is raw and unapologetic with a catchy hook and a tough track, man. So tap in, give it a chance. It's not exactly like Two Live Crew, but let's say, wait, if you're Two Live Crew fans and that's what you like, the bass booty music, this might not be for you. So, but they borrowing up. Number two, Spoiled Rotten. This is like the braggadocious and arrogant rap. They're real arrogant, man. They're real arrogant on this joint, man. They're real arrogant. Like, just arrogant, man. They just like, yo, man, they talking, about, what they got, their gear, their houses, basically like that. So the group was in their Robin Leach, Rich and Famous rap, right? Track is like a Southern version of I Got It Made by Special A. I Got It Made. Remember Special A, I Got It Made? It's pretty much like the Miami Southern version of that, with two guys bragging and boasting about, what they really don't got, but they're just basically saying, I got a mansion in the sky. They're saying so many bizarre things. You're like, wow, they got horses and all this crazy stuff, elephants. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's a fun record, right? Like, again, praise to Mr. Mix, man. He did a stellar job on these tracks. Number three, man, due to Jerry Curl. Yo, it starts off with Hollywood Shuffle. Please give me my activator. Yo, if you didn't see Hollywood Shuffle, shout out to Robin Townsend. Go check out Hollywood Shuffle. So Jerry Curl, do the Jerry Curl. Oh, do the Jerry Curl. Oh, yo, this is the chorus, man. This is a fire record. It's fun, man. I love the Hollywood Shuffle movie intro, of course. Song shows the crew had a sense of humor while telling rhymes about how bad Jerry curls were. Now, if you had a Jerry curl back in the day, no disrespect, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have Jerry curls. I tried to do the was it S curl? I tried to do the S curl and do the wave. I was trying to get my waves better. So I was trying to do like that. It was the other one. It was like not the one that was like, not Jerry curls. I didn't have enough of hair at the time. When I was doing the waves, I was just trying to get more waves. I think it was S curl or something. I forget what it was. But I guess I did put a product in my hair. So, hey, I was brainwashed too. I was brain stained, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's go to the next track. Number 4, the B that I hate, man. The biatch that I hate. And shout out to the two women in the song. There was 2 women in the song playing their girlfriends while they kind of rap back and forth. You know, they kind of argue with the girls or baby mamas or whoever, right? You know, and you know, they're just accusing them of stuff, and they're like, "What?" And then they start telling stories like, "This is what I don't like about you. This is the." So it's kind of a dope concept. So it was great. Hard hitting beat with aggressive deliveries between the two gentlemen. They speak on their grievances on their ladies. You know, like I said, they had the ladies in the background. Shout out to those women that were kind of talking back to them, cussing them out. You know, saying they played a part of the record. They made the record fire as well. But yeah, they was just talking about, you know, certain women they don't like, you know, like I'm pretty sure everybody didn't like somebody or don't like somebody or the exes and stuff like this. So everybody got stories to tell. But this was another fun record by Poison Clan. Number 5, this is the record I was talking about earlier. They had to do like a bass booty music, you know, bass booty music, right? I can't even pronounce it, right? So Dance All Night. It's a Miami record. It's a club record. It was one of their singles though. So I guess being from Miami, being down there, the music is it was popular music. You know, they booming, they banging, they booty shaking, whatever, you know. So it's a club oriented track with a strong bass line and repetitive hook. Times when you know, rappers tried to create club songs, like, you know, I remember like EPMD did that like back in the day, and they even said it in a recent interview. I don't know if it was on Drink Champs, but they were saying like they made us. The record company was like, "Yo, you gotta do a club record." Everybody was trying to do a club record because, like, you gotta think about it. Disco and stuff like that was still around. People was in the clubs, and if you get a song in the club, now you're dancing. People like, "Who's that?" It's EPMD. Who's that? Poison Clan, and then they go by the album. So, so that's what these rappers were trying to do. But I don't know if they were trying to do it because they Miami bass, and this is their genre of music, you know, booty bass music, whatever you want to call it, right? What y'all call it. So I like the record, but it was okay, man. Would I skip it? Would I put it on the album? Probably not, you know, but it's a record that I can listen to. It's okay. It's okay. It gets a pass. It gets a pass based on the Miami thing, right? Number 6, we back into the game. We back into the funky beats, the dope beats, the dope rhymes, the dope flows. Poison Freestyle featuring Brother Marquis and Tony MF Rock. Now, of course, from 2 Live Crew. This song is fire, man. This song is fire. It's a posse cut with a banging and minimalistic beat. Shout out to the features, of course. Shout out to Brother Marquis and shout out to Tony MF Rock, man. You know, it's a head nodder for sure. It's a toe tapper for sure. It's a song that you will be like, oh, okay, they could rap. Like, so now if they freestyle, that's fire. They call it a freestyle. I'm not sure if they did, but you know, they could have written it. A lot of people wrote stuff and called it freestyle. They still do it to this day. They still write stuff and be like, oh, it's a freestyle. Like, no, it ain't. Like, so shout out to, again, JT Money and Debonair. Who else was also in this group? Because like these are the main rappers. So whoever, you know, I just wanted to point out Poison Clan, it wasn't just JT Money and Debonair, the rappers, but it was also Drugs. That was one in the name with a Z. Madball, Uzi, and Big Ram. Gotta say pause on that, right? Sound like I gotta say pause on that, right? I don't know. Big Ram, yo. All right, so this album, you know, I'll be honest, this album I think is better than any 2 Live Crew album. You know, I was a 2 Live Crew fan, but the entire album, if you listen to a 2 Live Crew album, I really couldn't listen to it throughout. I would have to listen to some of it. Now I've been when I first got 2 Live Crew albums, I would listen to them throughout, you know, because I'm a fan. But then, like, if you go back to a 2 Live Crew album, you're gonna be like, skip, you know. And then you play, of course. They do got some hits. 2 Live Crew does have some hits. They got some flavor, but this album was fire. When I heard these dudes, I was like, yo, they down with 2 Live Crew? No way. Like I was such a fan of 2 Live Crew. I bought this album because a lot of people didn't buy this album because it was like, because first of all, if you didn't have the money, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you probably didn't buy it. But you know, people were like reluctant to buy it. They were like, 2 Live Crew, another crew from 2 Live Crew. So, but it was worth it. I bought it and it was fire. And I never put it back, never turned back to well, on this album, because they got more albums. They've been out since what? They was out. It started in 1990. I think they stopped in 1995. So they did like 2 to 3 albums, I believe, under Poison Clan. And then JT Money started doing kind of a solo career. I don't know what happened to Debonair. Y'all let me know what happened to Debonair. I gotta look. I didn't research him, I ain't gonna lie, but I was a fan of JT Money and Debonair, but I seen JT Money still putting stuff out like in 1999 and stuff. So yeah, videos and everything. So let's talk about but yeah, I put this album up against a lot of albums. A lot of people be like, when I do these THHC reviews, the Hip Hop Connoisseur podcast reviews, they're usually because they're solid albums, great albums that I want to hit you guys to, and I want you guys to know that that is good music out there, even if it's older. Like I'm trying to bring hip hop nostalgia back. So this was like I can still listen to this album and really bob to it. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Right. So let's talk about number 7. Flogging. Now flogging, I believe, means lying. Like, yo, don't be lying, don't be flogging. Yo, he's flogging, she's flogging. Great storytellers too. These rappers wasn't just great. They didn't just have great flows and they weren't just great rappers and barsmiths. They, had great storytellers too. They did a lot of storytelling on here. They was like, yo, boom, boom, went here, did this, did that, and I gotta give it up to them. Not every rapper can storytell, y'all know. So flogging, production from Mr. Mix, not missing. Again, shout out to Mr. Mix, man, and Two Live Crew production. JT Money and Debonair have great chemistry. They do have great chemistry. This is their debut album. Sometimes you listen to people and go, like, yo, why they together? Or why they, but it seemed like they've been working together for a while on this debut album. So they kind of had that EPMD flow, that, that magic already. They already had that, Tribe Called Quest group, flow and stuff like that. So they seem like on that debut album, there was already a group. There was already a team for like years or something. It feels like, they've been rapping for a long time together. That's what it feels like, so shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Bust some shots. That's for chemistry, man. Because, listen, a lot of people don't got chemistry. You see people do features, or you see people try to do joint albums now, and you're like, why y'all do an album together? Sometimes you're like, yo, but it is what it is. It's going to number 8. Bad Influence, man. First of all, great song records, great song titles, and just the album and was just in total a complete package, man. Did I say pause on that too? I gotta stop saying pause. All right, but anyway, Bad Influence. Love the scratching and the mixing by Mr. Mix. He produced great records. Scratch on most of these records. There's some great scratches. Hip hop. He brought hip hop to down south. A lot of Southern rappers didn't do the mixing and the scratching and stuff like that. And he did a great job. He did a great job, man. Sound kind of like New York a little bit, right? And a little Southern kind of flavor and stuff like that. But shout out to Mr. Mix, man. So Bad Influence, the group emphasizes how much, their unpleasant and substandard influences, they just talk about their bad influences, their unpleasant influences, their substandard influences. They just talk about their stories and what happened to them. And, I don't know, some of these things is true. It sounds like they rap it so good and the story sounds so pure. Some of this stuff might be true. I don't know. But I'm bumping this entire album on 10. On 10. I might turn down number 5. Dance All Night. Dance All Night. Dance All Night. It's just like Dance All Night. It's just like repetitive. Dance All Night. I'm like, yo, dog, like, I guess that's their club record, man. But y'all let me know, Miami or in Florida, whoever was listening to Dance All Night. Was it like a club banger? Was you guys dancing? Was the girls shaking their booties? Like, I don't know. Like up here, I was like, yo, what is this record? But I would turn it down on that and turn it back up. I'll turn it back up after that. But yeah, this whole record, is a solid album, man. So Bad Influence, I just went off that one. The next record is You Gets Nothing. You Gets Nothing. I told him. He says, but I told the bitch, you gets nothing. but I told the biatch, you get nothing. Listen, dog. I'm telling you, this album's fire, man. If you wasn't around for when it came out and you don't get the nostalgic feeling like I'm getting now when I'm listening to it in my head, right as I say the records, give it a chance, man. Check it out and see what, listen to my review or go listen to the album, come back to my review and see if I got it right. But you gets nothing. Not just this song was so disrespectful, but they were so disrespectful, of course, on this entire album. But it was a good disrespectful. It was fun. It was like, it was hip hop, it was rap, it was stories. It was, you could tell they either lived some of this stuff or they just made some of this stuff up and they had fun writing these stories and these rhymes. So you gets nothing, but I told him you gets nothing. So so exceptional rap skills with stories about how they were pimps in the 1990s, man. So basically in the 1990s, they're telling these pimp stories. They're saying, I told you get nothing. Like, you get nothing from me. Talking about all the ladies they pimping, basically that's what it is. A pimping record, man. Too Short to be proud of these guys, man. Too Short to probably be jealous of this record or this album because it's probably more offensive than some of his stuff, But they were young pimps, man. They thought they had it all. They was running around, running through women and girls all day, man. So they thought they was playboys back then, man. Maybe they were, Who wasn't a playboy? Playa. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. Trying to get the draws. Let me stop. Shout out to Biggie Smalls, man. Yo. R.I.P. to Biggie, man. All right, yo, see? Got me thinking crazy. Got me off track. All right, let's get to number 10, the neighborhood haps. So this basically talking about all the things in the neighborhood happenings, right? The neighborhood haps, right? So street life, funky women, personal conflicts equal quality rap or quality raw rap and explicit rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're about, man. The music and flows are contagious. If you really listen to them and sit down with this album, you will be bobbing the head, Paul. You will be tapping the toes. You will be. I'm telling you, man. I don't just review any music or any album, man. Listen, I like Poison Clan. At least this album. They started doing. Of course, I listened to their second album. It was okay. They was kind of trying to do this again, kind of, but the instrumentals production wasn't up to par on the second album. Then the third album, I think. So, but I was a fan. I did buy the second album. I gotta lie. But yeah, what y'all think about the second album? Because the second album, in some places, people like the second album better than this one. But I like this one. I like the debut album. So the Neighborhood Haps, man, another great record. They just telling stories about what happened in the neighborhood, what's going on in the hood, their hood. And shout out to the hood, man. Shout out to Miami, man. Shots to Miami. Yo, man, listen. Get the books, man. Surveyor's Chronicles, Volume 1. This is Volume 2. Get Volume 1 and you got Volume 1, first of all. Get Volume 2. Surveyor's Classics, Volume 2. This is now on audio, so you can listen to it too on Amazon and all them other places. Check out True Vine Publishing, True Vine Publishing. And then I got 5 other books, ebooks. I got ebooks, and I break down executive plays. So I break down EPs, and it's called EPs. They're called EPs Need Love 2, volumes 1 through volume 5. So volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go check them out. They're cheaper than the books. But support the books, support the ebooks, and get the merch, man. Get the hoodies, get the t-shirts. I know it's t-shirt weather. I got hoodies and t-shirts for the ladies, not just this logo, but various hip-hop and other designs that I've done for the women, the ladies, the babies, the dudes, all that. Everybody. I got stuff for everybody. Go check it out. Support if you can. You know what I mean? All right, number 11, last track, Juveniles, man. This is fire. 7 minutes. 7-minute track, and it keeps my attention. I'm pretty sure to keep your attention too. Juveniles. They were juveniles. Yo, again, man, this is fire. Again, these brothers are rigid and valid storytellers and rappers. A 7-minute track that keeps my attention. It keeps my attention. This whole thing keeps my attention. This whole record, this whole album, not just a 7-minute record. But I didn't even know it was 7 minutes until I looked at it today or yesterday. And whenever I reviewed it, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, I've been listening to this song and it was 7 minutes this whole time. That's how great the record is. I was just like, oh, I didn't even know it was 7 minutes, you know. But 1990 Luke Records. Shout out to Luke, man, Uncle Luke, / Little Joe Records Incorporated, man. Like I said, executive produced by Luther Campbell. Shout out to Uncle Luke. Yeah, they were good storytellers, great rap voices, and dope rappers, period. And they just had some solid production from Mr. Mix. Mr. Mix is fire, man. He did his thing. That's all I got to say, man. Shout out to Poison Clan. Shout out to Miami. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to everywhere. Hip-hop is accepted. Shout out to rap, period, man. We're coming back from Miami. We're back in Boston, back in the Bean, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, support albums, man. I got Tyler, the Creator. You know, I got my man, Falcon Outlaw, Canada. Falcon Outlaw. And another Canadian, New Villain. Check out New Villain, man. New Villain, Falcon Outlaw. And I know y'all know Tyler, the Creator, but what y'all need me to check out? Let me know some albums below in the comments that you think I should look over, review, listen to at least. And let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? This album's fire, man. Again, I want to shout out to, my fan base and everybody that's watching and supporting. So THHC podcast, thanks. Of course, everybody that supported in the past, everybody that's going to support, presently, and whoever's going to support in the future. So thank you all who purchased one of my books, ebooks, my merch, or listen to one of my podcasts, because I got the audio podcast called How Many Podcasts Must Get This. It's on all DSPs. Check any DSP, Spotify, Apple. It's kind of popular on Apple Music, Spotify, everything, whatever you listen to your music on. So go listen to the podcast, How Many Podcasts Must Get This. It's basically the audio version of kind of like this, right? Some people just listen to the audio, or you can listen to this and watch this on YouTube. Shout out to all the fact checkers that are the audience. I want to know if you have any positive energy to share. You got to share positive energy, man, on this channel, man. Or if you got any questions for me or any artists in the past that I reviewed, because I'm still in touch with a lot of artists. Promote, man. Promote. And what artists do you want to see on this podcast? Let me know if you got some artists that you go, yo, so-and-so or so-and-so will be great for the podcast. And I believe, you can, have a great interview with them. You know what I'm saying? So let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, man, I am Severe, aka Marquis, aka Severely Yours, man. You can find me on the gram or on Threads at severely_yours_. So, and Severely's with a C. So Severe with a C. Long story, but that's my name. Severely Yours _yours_. You can find me anywhere. If you look up Severely Yours, or if you look up Marquis Walker, you can find me. You can find the books. You can find the merch. I am around. So yeah, man, let's talk about it. Thank you. Thank you, man. Well, yeah, man, y'all let me know what I should break down next, what albums. And again, Poison Clan, I appreciate this debut album, aka the Baby Too Live crew, man. Shout out to Luke and the crew over there. Shout out to Luke, still doing his thing. He's selling cereal, he's selling everything. Uncle Luke selling everything, man. Y'all go support Uncle Luke, man, and all his business endeavors. And support me if you can. All right, y'all, I'm getting out of here, man. Love y'all. Peace out. It's hot. Stay cool, man. Let me know, man. Support if you can. One love. If you support me, I support you. You know what I do. You know what I do. You know what I do.